Okay,
So,
go.
yeah, Maisel, nice to meet you.
Good morning, sir.
Are you working at all right now?
Yes, I'm currently working as a call center representative. And yes, my shift is 8 a.m. I know 8 p.m. 8 to 5 US time.
How many days a week?
5 days a week.
So the job here is full time. Um, do you like where you are? How much are you making there a month?
Actually, it's not that high because it's just Philippine currency. It's not dollar rate. So around 25,000 pesos a month.
Okay, 25,000. So I'll tell you that you should be able to do better with us, but it might not be right away because you get paid for production. So, like a report, I mean, Antonio might have a good idea. I used to type reports in 2 hours, but a lot of our crew is taking a lot longer. Many times working at home slows it down. Um, if you focus and work hard, I think you could do it after a couple months in 4 hours. Um, but that'll take a few months to get there. It's a
Mm-hmm.
little slower than it used to be because now the forms are just sort of trickier. Like it just it's all the technology has slowed it. But
Yeah,
we have AI now, so it's really gonna help in the writing.
exactly.
So we have a lot of ways to speed this up with AI. So your average report pay is going to be around, I think, 25. I don't know, around 2,200 or say 2,200 average. So that's only 12 reports to beat what you're getting now. So you should do a lot better. But again, the first month or two might not be that way. I'm hesitant to train you if you can't commit to full time, but at the same time, I don't want you to quit and then not like this. So, um, you might have to think about this and get back to Antonio because I think we could start the training, but I don't want to use the company's resources to train you if you can't get reports done. You could keep that job if you want to work two jobs, but I would want you to be working at least 25 hours a week on our job. And that would get you probably 5 or 6 reports done a week. Any less than that, and it just is too draining for the company resources. We don't really want part time. Well, we don't want part time. So
Mm-hmm.
it might be okay with you being part time if you worked hard and like did that 25 hours a week. And then if you liked it, quit your other job. And then, of course, you make a lot more. But how long have you been at the other job?
Just a year, last January. So
Yeah.
yeah, a year and 2 months.
Yeah. Is it, do you have to go to an office or do you work at home?
Work at home.
Yeah. So work at home's okay with us too. Although if we do end up growing a little crew in Cebu, we'll probably get a small office. But that's not going to happen right away.
Yeah.
So I just let you digest what I said and talk to Antonio. I'm okay to start you, but I need a commitment that you're willing to spend 25 hours a week because we don't want to train for part time.
Yeah. 25 hours a week. I think I can make it because we have 2 days off. That's 48 hours as well.
Do you have a family?
Yes, I have two kids.
How old are they?
They are the eldest is 9 years old and the second one is 7.
So you're busy, but you do get to work at home. Honestly, it's going to depend on your work ethic and it's going to depend on your connection. Do you have a good internet connection?
Yes, so far I don't have internet problems at work as well.
Yeah.
Good.
So I think you can do it. But I don't want to have the company train people who aren't committed to working hard. I'm not requiring you to quit your other job. I'm just saying I want 25 hours a week from you. Um, and then you'll probably, if you are a hard worker, you'll probably quit that job because you'll be able to make, more here. But the only problem is that assumes we have unlimited work, and there's no guarantees. I'm a small company, and we have ridden things up and down and up and down. So I'm also a little bit worried. Maybe I do want you to keep that job because we have to improve our systems so that we're not so up and down. And I think that we'll get there in about 6 months. But I would hate to see you quit that job, train with us, and be a hard worker, and then something happens that causes our work to go down. So I think,
Mm.
so having said all this and your commitment, I think we start you on the training.
Yeah, thank
Um,
you.
yeah. So Antonio, or sorry, Maisel, you work 8 to 5 Eastern time,
What's that? Pacific time, I
Pacific.
think.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
British. It's a Pacific company. What company is it you work for?
It's a financial company.
Yeah.
Westlake. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
it's uh-huh.
Well,
Westlake
actually, no, I know
Financial.
Westlake, but it can't be the same one. Wait a minute. Maybe it is. Do they do mortgage?
Mm. No, car loans. I think
Okay.
they have housing as well. Not sure. But we are
Actually,
car loans.
I know who they are. Yeah. I've heard of them. Okay. So we'll start you, but I'm just trying to figure out when we're going to train because are you Monday to Friday?
No, I my day off is Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay. So Antonio, I think we're going to do the training on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
yeah, how
and
about
Rainer.
Berna?
Okay, Verna, nice to meet you.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Are you working right now?
Yes, I am.
And where do you work?
So I am an executive assistant. My client is in Missouri, and he is a broker. So he has at least I think 600 agents right now, and I work for him full time, Central Time.
And wow, he's very successful. So I take it you mean real estate broker.
Yes, he is a real estate broker.
And so you just help him with what? His appointments, his calendar, his life?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So I help him manage his calendar, and every time somebody wants to meet him, I'll schedule that on his calendar, attend meetings, and also help him reach out to his agents if we need something from them. And I do reports as well.
So my guess is that he relies on you a lot.
Mm, not really. My tasks are easy.
Okay. So what are you gonna like? Why would you consider a job change? Because it seems like a good job. He should be paying you well. He's probably making a lot of money.
Um, well, of course, I'm hardworking, and I also wanted, a second job as well.
Yeah. So you think you're going to do both? You're younger. You could, and you don't have any kids, or do you?
I do have one.
Yeah. How many hours do we work for him? 40 hours?
Yep, 40 hours, Mondays to Fridays.
Okay. So I think it's the same thing then, Antonio. I think it's good that you have another job. Um, if if you like this job, you might help him find someone to cover for him and then move over or do both. But um, I like the idea of you doing both because I'm not scared because I honestly think this Antonio knows like we basically crashed and burned, but also the economy did. Like appraisals go up and down,
Mhm.
just like sales, right?
Yep.
So in Missouri, they're probably doing far less sales than they did before. And everything goes up and down in real estate. But my goal this year is to get clients that are regular clients. So it doesn't matter what the economy is doing. We always have work coming in. So the fact you're in real estate is good. So I do think it's the same thing. I think the only problem is if we do training on Wednesday, you can't do it because you're in Missouri or you're working with a Missouri guy. So we have to solve that. I think maybe a better idea is we do the training. You're off at 5 Pacific, which is like 8 a.m. Philippine times. I guess you crash after work, both of you, right? You sleep after.
Not really. So my shift ends 6 a.m. here in the Philippines, and I normally go to sleep in the afternoon Philippine time. So
Yeah.
if we can do the training after,
You're okay with that?
yeah, I'm okay with it.
And Maisel, are you okay with that? Yes. Okay. She's nodding. Okay. So Antonio, we're going to change my mind. We'll do the training at 5:30 Pacific, starting tomorrow for these two. Rainer must be on the training, Antonio. Please make sure he's on it, and you have to be on it. And I want Daniel on it. So you, me, Daniel, Rainer, and these two gals are going to start 5:30 tomorrow, and we'll do another one 5:30 Tuesday. And it's probably enough to kind of get going. Rainer will probably do more training with you, but you only, I think for the two with me will be enough of me. And then you'll probably work with Rainer after that. So basically you need a good internet connection. You already have, your spoken English is both excellent, but you don't need to speak it. It's more about writing. And I'm going to guess your writing English is just as good as your speaking. So you're already definitely passed my test for competency. The good news is with AI, you don't need to be as good as you used to be. So just need to be able to check it to make sure it doesn't make mistakes, because it does. In case you don't know it, the biggest mistake AI makes is counting. It can't count. So never rely on it for counting anything. It will be wrong. They give excuses about it, but I'm not sure why. I think they've done it intentionally, but I don't know why. But it cannot count. Other than that, I'm going to give you all the latest ways to write these reports. It's fairly, is a fair amount of, like, at first, I'm not going to say overwhelming, but it's a lot to deal with. But in a couple months, you'll be fine. So it may take you a day or two to report at first. I want high quality. With technology and with AI, there's no excuses. Every report should be excellent, impressive, professional, and leave a good impression with the client. So, and write that in the AI when you're asking it to write it. It will write that way. We want to raise the bar, and there's no excuses not to with the technology available to us right now. So everything is going to be speed and quality, speed and quality. If you get in a report, we expect it to be finished right away. I have no worries with you two. I don't think you're going to sit on anything, but you can't. And Antonio is going to be watching you, but I'm not worried about you because I hired enough people to know you'll get your work done. The only reason you might not is if you get stuck. If you get stuck, reach out, ask for help. There's always people to help. Antonio, Rainer, and myself, and Daniel. There's always someone. Don't sit on it. Ask. I don't understand this. What does this mean? One of us will help you. We got lots of help. And then there's another fellow named Vincent who can help. So those are the people at ADAS who are going to help you. Antonio, Rainer, Vincent, and Daniel are all in Gensan. We used to have an office there, but when we kind of flamed out, we closed it. But now we're getting busy, so we're going to reopen one there. But I don't see any real reason to go there. I do think, though, offices create a good work environment in some cases. But right now, there's no plans to open one in Cebu. So you're going to be at home. But because you're both used to working at home, it's a good fit. So I know that it's going to work out with you guys. I'm very confident that you should make decent money. I want to tell you now that we also write commercial appraisals. We appraise businesses as well. And these works are more complicated, but you get paid more. So just keep your eyes open for when we need help with that. And, maybe you might like it because it's longer report, but you get paid more for it. So you might like that kind of work, but you have to really buckle down, and it's going to take you, even when you're good, a couple days to finish it. But in the world of commercial appraisal reports, if you can finish the job in 2 days, that's very impressive, and we can get a lot of works. And there's no reason why you can't. The only thing is people get very busy and then the reports get stacked up. But that's why we have the system we have where we have a lot of people working together as a team. So, Maisel gets one, Verna gets one. Like, we just keep doing that. We have a depleted staff in Gensan now than we used to have. And we're only looking to hire very good staff now. I'm very happy with both of you. I think it'll work out. Just a bit of a learning curve revolving around, the form, the software, where you get your info from, things like that. So if you're both interested, we will start you 5:30. It's probably going to be an hour and a half. And then probably we'll do another one 5:30 Tuesday. It's going to be another hour and a half. Rainer may have more for you. He's really our head trainer. So he's been with us 6 years, and he's quality control. But it's never stop learning. Like, you might learn how to appraise a house, or you might have to write under a house appraisal in Vancouver, British Columbia one day, and then you're appraising an apartment in Ottawa, Ontario the next day, and then you're typing an appraisal for a farm, somewhere the next day. So I'll teach you how to sort of write it. We have a policy manual as well. You'll probably get a copy. I just want to say everything's confidential. So please, I shouldn't have been nosy and asked you where you worked, but I don't want really anything about what we do circulated. You can say you work here, but I don't want anything else. You technically, so you're both going to be independent contractors. And by the way, the reason why I don't want to share it is because we're kind of a leader as far as the industry. We don't want people always copying what we do. So we don't need to give them any head start. But I wanted to say, what was I saying? Sorry. Yeah, just there's going to be a policy manual. Oh yeah, you're independent contractors. That's what I was going to say. So there's no vacation pay. There's no benefits. There's that. We'll have a contract with you. You get paid per report. You're going to see bonuses on various times. Antonio will offer those to you and what the terms are. But you're just contracting